Happy New Year! It's James Lambert, the motivational coach and speaker, back with another video to help inspire and motivate you. I went from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a more positive way. So I hope this first week of 2016 finds you all well and you're positive, and for those of you that have made New Year's resolutions, you're sticking to them and going hard at them. And I wish you well in that. But in this short video today, I just wanted to share some thoughts that have been on my mind. Again, it relates back to self-acceptance and the seeming dichotomy with self-improvement. Because whilst I'll always be your biggest supporter and champion of self-improvement, as I've alluded to in a previous video, without a very strong foundation of self-acceptance, no amount of self-improvement will ever be enough. So no amount of awards, no amount of athletic endeavours, no amount of degrees or plaques on the wall with letters after your name will ever suffice, will ever be enough. And so there does come a point, and it is a bit like walking the tightrope. It's a real balancing act, that in the very act of improving oneself and bettering yourself and going for what you feel you deserve and worth, and quite rightly so, but also accepting yourself throughout it all. And why I bring it up is a lot of people, I've had a few clients, and as is quite usual this time of year, they think about maybe losing weight, or particularly some men gaining weight or putting on bulk, you know, getting their t-shirt muscles impressive, and that's fine. But I think it's important that the place from whence this comes from, because a lot of it is to cover up inadequacy. And you see, again, focusing on the external to cover up an internal problem, i.e. building impressive muscles to cover up an inadequacy, that's an emotion that isn't tangible. No amount of six packs or anything like that, chiseled bicep, it's not gonna do that. And so it's important to work or come at it from both. So you work on the body, yes, health and fitness, but you also work on the mind, which is one's mental fitness. And I call it, you know, you work out, maybe in the gym or at home with a personal trainer, but you also work in. I'll say that again, you work out, maybe in the gym, but you work inwardly. And that can be done in a variety of means, which include meditation, great conversation, stimulating conversation with people that are more knowledgeable about you in certain aspects, maybe a mentor or something like that, edifying intellectual books, read, and don't just read the easy stuff. Read stuff that challenges you, that you actually find hard, that you might even need to look up on the online dictionary what some of the words mean. Push yourself. Don't just read the easy stuff. Stretch yourself. And you'll find you'll be better than you were yesterday. That way, we're always improving. So again, yes, this time of year you may be wishing to lose weight or gain weight, but I want you to accept yourself as you are today, because you are good enough, just as you are. And it's an important distinction to make, because amid all the clatter and noise, I did an interview yesterday with the local BBC Sussex, and they were talking, so many people are returning to work are miserable, and just miserable in general at this time of year. They call it I'm not familiar with it myself, but the New Year blues. And I thought, what a shame, because maybe I'm lucky, but my birthday falls on January the 3rd, so I've always been particularly optimistic at this time of year. And again, many people say, well, don't you find, I don't celebrate my birthday, these people are saying, and I find I'm embarrassed to say my real age, and I find the whole growing old thing rather distasteful. And I thought, my goodness, no judgment, but I thought, what a disappointing view to take, whereas I see it, 37 years young I am now. What a gift, what an honour. There was a time in my life when I really didn't think I'd see 21, 22. Such was the way I was living. I feel genuinely overjoyed at being able to live this long, to learn, to love myself, love others, to read books, to listen to music, watch films, documentaries, help others. It's a beautiful thing, life. And yeah, it can get hard, but again, when you say it gets hard, don't see that as a bad thing. This was another thing. It was raining on my birthday, quite heavily, and somebody was like, oh dear, You know, I hope you have a good day despite the weather. It's bad weather. And again, I accepted that at face value for maybe what they meant. It's just a throwaway statement. But for me, it's very important, because how can weather be bad? It's neither good nor bad. It's indifferent. And it, I even hear it on the radio, the very weather forecasters, the radio presenters. They go, "Oh, it's a terrible day," or "It's a deplorable weather." It neither is. It neither is bad, or it just is. This is what I'm alluding to. And too many people do it in our lives. We label this as bad and this is dreadful, and it just is. And I really gently encourage you, whatever's going on in your life now, particularly the things you find uncomfortable or challenging, just perceive them as obstacles. Don't label them as bad or negative. They are what they are, simply as challenges to overcome. You can do it one at a time. Take your time, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. So as always, I just want to leave you with a couple of things there. So it's that, yes, while you're improving, working on self-improvement at this time of year, also practice and develop, work upon your self-acceptance. You are good enough. That doesn't mean you sit on the sofa and do nothing, but accept yourself for where you are today. You know, so many of my friends that get into weight training, they always want to be bigger, badder, stronger, and that's fine. Those in the MMA world, the martial arts world, yes, it's important to work on yourself, but realise that it's working on oneself is a lifelong affair. So it is, I've come to realise, very much more akin to a marathon as a 100-yard sprint. So work on self-acceptance, continue self-improvement within that. Also, just accept what is. Stop labelling things as good, bad or indifferent. They simply are. And the quicker you do that, I gently encourage you, you will see that when you really get that, you just accept what is, from the weather to what's going on to illness. We're always resisting what is. So no sooner if we've got a cold, we're trying to resisting that. Oh, I need to get better, things to do. Yes, but go with what is. The quicker you yield to what is, particularly in the sake I found recently with a cold, the sooner you yield to it, the quicker you can get over it. And I gently suggest again that you may find that this applies to many things happening in your life. It could be financial difficulties. So again, very much like the strong trees in the storm, they don't push back, they yield. And lo and behold, they get to live another day. Whereas the more brittle something is, it breaks, it snaps. And that does happen in individuals and humans as dis-ease with oneself, disease. So, as always, I hope that's been useful and provided you some value. I hope your first week of 2016 is going well. As always, you are unstoppable, and I believe in you.